Hey Wildcats, I'm Logan.
And I'm Zach.
Welcome back to this week's Wildcat News.
Bro, that's what y'all wanted me to say, bro. For today's lunch, we have cheese pizza, 3-bean chili, chef salad, pepperoni pizza, assorted fresh fruits, green beans, warm tortillas, and tostitos. Enjoy the lunch.
Now on to the weather with Victoria.
Hi, I'm Vittorio, your weatherman today, and here is the weather for this weekend. Today, Friday, we have a high of 79 degrees and a low of 72 degrees, with scattered showers. Tomorrow, Saturday, the 19th, we will have a high of 81 degrees and a low of 72 degrees, with some rain. Last but not least, on Sunday, we will have a high of 79 degrees and a low of 71 degrees, with showers again. So make sure you pack your umbrellas. That's all for weather, and now back to the anchors.
Now into sports with Mauro.
Hello Wildcats! On Sunday, November 13th, the Miami Dolphins won 39-17 against the Cleveland Browns. They are, as a result, currently in a 4-game winning streak and have a 7-3 record. They are also first in the AFC East since the Buffalo Bills lost 30-33 against the Minnesota Vikings, which might be called the game of the year for its crazy ending at the fourth quarter. On Monday, November 14th, the Miami Heat won in a nail-biting match against the Phoenix Suns 112-113. The Miami Heat are now in a 3-game win streak after a slow start to the season. On Tuesday, November 15th, the Florida Panthers beat the Washington Capitals 2-5. They are now third in the Atlantic Division with a 9-6-1 record. Last but not least, this Sunday, November 20th, the FIFA World Cup 2022 will officially begin with a match between Qatar and Ecuador. So get your decorations, snacks, and sodas ready to celebrate and watch all the games. Keep in mind that on Monday, there will be a match between the United States and Wales at 2 p.m. That's all for sports, and now back to the anchors.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Layla.
And I'm Kevin.
Welcome back to another 6th grade segment. Today we will be talking about American Indian Heritage Month, which occurs during November.
American Indian Heritage Month is a time to celebrate rich and diverse cultures, traditions, and histories, and to remember the important contribution of the Native people.
To celebrate this month, you can visit museums, research the culture, and even travel and investigate the places where these cultures originated.
Did you know that Columbus did not actually discover the Americas? When Columbus got there were already 50 million Native Americans and indigenous people there and 10 million in what was to become the United States. To say that Columbus discovered the New World ignores the rich cultures and complex societies that had already existed here for generations before Columbus arrived.
In the early 18,000s, the Native people were forcibly relocated when President Andrew Jackson signed the Indian Removal Act, which allowed the federal government to take Native-owned land east of Mississippi and forcibly remove Native people from their homes in Georgia, Alabama, North Carolina, Florida, and Tennessee, sending them to Indian Territory located in what is now Oklahoma.
It wasn't until 1924 that Native Americans were granted citizenship after Congress enacted the Indian Citizenship Act, while Native Americans were also given the right to vote in 1924. It took around 40 years for all 50 states to allow them voting rights.
That's all for this week, Wildcats.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Hello, Wildcats. I'm Liana.
And I'm Alex.
And welcome back to this week's 6th grade segment.
Today we'll be talking about the history of the American holiday, Thanksgiving.
The first Thanksgiving dinner originated back in 1621 over a 3-day harvest festival. It included 50 English pilgrims, 90 Wampanoag natives, and lasted 3 days. It is believed by historians that only 5 women were present.
A number of founding fathers and statesmen supported a national Thanksgiving, activated it. Thomas Jefferson was not one of them. Jefferson referred to the idea as the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
However, almost a century later, President Lincoln proclaimed the holiday and set apart the last Thursday for an official Thanksgiving celebration. However, Lincoln did it under the intention to express his gratitude for a pivotal Union Army victory at Gettysburg.
Despite Lincoln's proclamation, the date of the holiday was not fixed, and the president could decide what holiday it fell on. This was changed in 1941 when FDR signed a bill into law stating that the holiday would be celebrated on the fourth Thursday on every November.
Meaning that Thanksgiving as we know it is only 71 years old. Instead of Thanksgiving's history being about the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag, we were told in third grade.
A bit of some modern Thanksgiving fun facts is that the first Macy's Thanksgiving Day Festival did not include the huge balloons and floats that we see today. Instead, the organizers of the first parade in 1924 held it with live animals from the Central Park Zoo.
Domestic turkeys today are quite different from the wild turkeys that European settlers would have eaten, displaying far less genetic diversity as a result of selective breeding. And that's all for today, Wildcats.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
There are no announcements for this week.
However, we want to wish you a great Thanksgiving and week off.
That's all for this week's Wildcat News. Once again, I'm Logan.
And I'm Zach. Bye.
Bye. Here are a few announcements for this week.
What's the announcements?
Shake it off. Ready?
You know what? Redo it.